Hey guys, Charlotte here. Today I'm going to be reviewing To Catch a Prince by Gillian McKnight. And it is actually two books in one. They are both about Helen and Alexis, who are stepsisters and best friends, and how they go off in their summers to London and Paris and sort of like fall in love with princes. So it's kind of like, I don't know how to describe this book. It had a really fun premise and a really fun idea, but I was not a fan of it. The thing was, I think the biggest thing, and also the thing that hit my review of it hardest, was probably because I could not sympathize for the characters at all. When they got in fights, which was often, and when they got in trouble, you were supposed to sympathize with them, but I did not like them. Alexis was too spoiled, and it was just like, they're so ungrateful. I mean, ugh. But yeah, my biggest hatred, or not hatred because I don't hate a book, but my biggest dislike was definitely that. I could not sympathize for them at all, and you really need to if you're reading a book. You need to relate to the characters, and Alexis, no. I have a thing against her. Helen, on the other hand, was probably better. Well, she was better than Alexis, but she was quirky and she was someone that I could relate to. And in the first book, there are these two boys named Simon and Laszlo, and they were probably my favorite characters out of like the whole thing. Laszlo was definitely my favorite character. He was just funny and so awkward. Yeah, he was the best. And they're British. Every time they had dialogue, I thought of British accents in my head, and it was wonderful. But yeah, the thing is, in the second book, they sort of just like drop everything from the last book and move on to a whole new everything, and it's really ridiculous. Like, if you like what happened in the first book, you don't really get any of it in the second book. Like, these books would be fine, like, without each other. The best part was probably how Helen and Laszlo like played out, how their romance played out and how it finished. That was the most satisfying part, and there weren't that many satisfying parts. The second book is actually called The Frog Prince, and that makes physically no sense at all. I was reading it again, well, like after I finished the book, and I looked at the title. What are they talking about? There's no frogs. There are no princes in the second book. Where did the Frog Prince come from? And in the synopsis, it actually says, what if the prince turns out to be a toad? And I was thinking about that, and I was like, that is false advertising. Actually, this book came out around the time of the royal wedding, and it was for the royal wedding, so I think they were just playing at the whole prince thing. Going back to the characters for 1 second, because I forgot to say this, but they were not friends at most part of this book. Everything expressed how they had an unbreakable friendship and they were so close, but they were probably friends for like 10 out of every chapter in this book. 10 chapters. It was ridiculous. There was so much fighting. So this may not be very like talking up it, but definitely give it a try if you're looking for a thoughtless read. But the thing is, it's supposed to be about princes, but they actually make the one prince in this book look really bad, and it's Prince William, and they make him look terrible. I mean, if you like Prince William, you'd be probably personally offended if you read it. So yeah, I mean, I rated it a 2 out of 5 stars, so I mean, you could still give it a chance. Because if the stuff I've said in this video doesn't affect you, just give it a chance. And I don't want to completely turn anyone off this book. But yeah, because the premise was really fun, and the scenery, like where it took place, which was London and Paris, was really cool. But the thing was the characters probably set me off.